Well, hey, anytime you can't see my face, the video's gonna be better, right?
Exactly. Hey folks, this video is brought to you by RivianStories.com. Please join us there to stay up to date with all the latest Rivian news and chat with other Rivian owners. And if you need a t-shirt or sweatshirt, please check out our shop. Thanks so much for watching here on YouTube. Please do like and subscribe to help us get the word out about Rivian. John, thanks so much for joining us. Probably most of our community will remember you because we interviewed you last August. I had to look and see when it was. It was last August after the first drive event, not first mile, first drive event. You were one of the chosen 10. We loved living through your first experience back then. But on March 11th, you took delivery of a beautiful LA Silver R1T on 20s. And I know that we'll probably have questions about the delivery process, a little bit of an overview. But to kick it off, my question is just top of mind, first impressions. After driving this thing around the streets of Atlanta, what comes to mind? What do you just want to share? Go for it.
It has been really incredible. And now you have to remember, I still only have less than 200 miles on the vehicle. It's just driving around town this weekend. I didn't take it out on the road or anything, but it is so smooth and so fast and just unbelievable. The exact same thing I remembered when I first got it ended up in normal. It is just so rock solid. I mean, just everything about it is tight. It's just been a joy to drive this weekend. It really has. And I've put a bunch of people in it, giving them rides, taking them around town. It has been a lot of fun. Really has. It's so far, it is great.
I'm gonna kick it to these other guys for follow-up, but it's good to hear because I know in my life when you wait for something so long and you finally get it, there's always like this, oh man, maybe it's not going to be all it's cracked up to be. But I think everyone that we've talked to is like, nope, it's all it's cracked up to be. It's awesome.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It is everything that I was hoping for. So far, nothing on the bad side, unexpected at all. It has just been really terrific.
Very cool.
The process as far as like the 8 steps and taking delivery, how would you compare that to your Tesla when you bought your Model S? What are some things that they got right and what are some things that they might have got wrong that would be good for them to hear feedback wise that they could work on?
Really, Jimmy, my 8-step delivery thing I thought was extremely easy. I forget exactly how, they told you exactly how long they expected it was going to take to do that. And in every case, mine was quicker. But, I've got everything I need. You have to scan your driver's license and upload that, and you have to send them your proof of insurance card, figure out how you're going to pay for it. But for me, to be honest with you, all that was extremely simple. I was paying for the truck outright, so I just had my bank prepare a wire transfer and send the wire. I keep a scanner on my desk, so my driver's license was a breeze. My insurance, I just called up my current insurance company, gave them the VIN number, which they had already provided me, which is number 2,597, by the way.
Very cool. That was my next question. Thank you.
Yeah, so I sent that to my insurance company. I had an insurance card and binder the next day, so I just uploaded that. So it was extremely simple. Yeah, I was pleased. I don't remember what time Rivian said it was going to take me to do all those things, but for me, it was probably half of what they said. It was quick and easy, painless. Well, almost painless. The $80,000 coming out of the checking account hurt a little bit. But, a bargain, to be honest with you. It is terrific.
As a follow-up to that, and Skyler might have the same thing, I'll maybe take the words out of his mouth, but when you mentioned about the timing, obviously you've been working with a guide for a while now, but from the time that was like, okay, it's really happening to the delivery, do you have like a general sense, like all the questions on the forums and whatnot is like how much time lag is there going to be between like when I lock stuff in and when I finally get it? Do you remember your timeline?
No, yeah, I locked it in. Seems like 7, 8, 9 days, something like that. And they said, okay, we're locked in. And then the next thing I know, I get a call, said, okay, your truck's ready. It was quicker than I thought. Quicker than I thought it was going to be. And I don't know if they're just pre-making some of these things with the configurations, if they're just keeping the line running and they say, oh yeah, we've got 10 people with that configuration, so we're safe to make one. I don't know if that's how it's going, or if they're, going specifically, but whatever. It's, it was fast.
Okay. Fast.
They could have easily made it in that much time. I don't know, but yeah, before I knew it, my guide called me and said, hey, your truck's leaving the factory today. I said, what? So, yeah. It was pretty exciting. So she said, "Yeah, she said I was going to get a picture of it, getting ready to leave the factory, but it happened so quick I couldn't even get out there and get a picture of it for you." So
that's a cool touch though that she was thinking of that. That would have been that's fun.
Yes. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Skyler, what are you thinking over there in the woods? By the way, Skyler's joining us from somewhere. I don't know if he's had to escape or what. Are you in the doghouse? What's going on, Skyler?
No, I've got the family out camping.
There we go.
I wish we were already on a Rivian adventure, but hey, soon, right?
Soon, yep.
So a couple of things. Number one, I think we learned that your full paperwork with your VIN does not become available until your vehicle has been inspected at the destination.
That doesn't surprise me. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so that means that your vehicle is there. There's no damage to it from transit or anything else. Then they populate the VIN in your paperwork. And then basically, once you have your paperwork with the VIN, it's just a matter of scheduling that delivery once you finish your paperwork, because it's there and close. So I think that addresses one of the questions that you had, Kyle.
Yes.
And then, John, my question for you is more, I think I saw you post something about range, and there was some positive comments and feedback about that. What have you been seeing with regards to range? And I know my range would be horrible the first few weeks that I got my truck, but I'm curious to hear what you see.
I had gotten those first couple of dozen sport mode max accelerations out of my system already, showing off to some of my friends and family how cool this thing was and how fast it was and how well it handled. But then late yesterday, it was about 50 degrees, and I just had a couple of errands to run. So I said, I'm just going to drive normal. I'm not gonna be punching it at every light. I'm just going to drive normal. So I drove it around for a little while, and I had not even thought about the range. I was just enjoying it, driving around, making a couple of stops. Pulled back into the garage and looked at it, and it had 2.5. Was that what it was? Yeah, 2.5 kilowatt hours per mile, and I multiply that times 130, and it said 325 miles would have been the range. So I was shocked, to be honest with you, because I had not been hypermiling. I wasn't trying, just normal driving, not on the highways, but some of the roads were 45 mile an hour speed limit roads. Some of them were residential streets. Anyway, I was pleasantly surprised. My Teslas that I've been driving, a long time, always seem to get a little bit low range around town. But this thing was great. I was pleasantly surprised. But then this morning, I jumped on the highway and I was doing 80 miles an hour, and I looked at it and it was still over 2. But it wasn't as good as it was yesterday. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it was great though. I was very, very pleased. And these are still cool temperatures. It was cool this morning here in town too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's outstanding.
Yeah. I think it's going to be great. And that's 20-inch all-terrain tires too. Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
I want to follow up on the VIN number of 25 something. I forget exactly which one it was, but
97. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So we've had a few builds there. I looked on your video that you posted on your group, which, by the way, y'all, it's Rivian Automotive Fans on Facebook. So go check that out for sure.
Thanks.
I noticed that when they were driving up for delivery, to me it looked flawless as far as what people look at, as far as like panel gaps and all that. Do you have just initial reactions on build quality? Have you noticed anything?
No, the paint was virtually perfect. You know, I wear glasses and, you know, I'm a little older. So I had my son out there with me who's in his 30s. And I said, and one of his friends, I said, hey, check this thing over really good for me. So the two of them went all around it, checking it out. The paint was just virtually flawless. It was in absolutely perfect shape. Panel gaps were all equally just about perfect. You know, there was almost nothing. You know, my Tesla Model S, just from 3 years ago, that's 2019, you know, I don't think you can find a perfect gap anywhere on that car. There's all sorts of variability, but no, the gaps in this were really tight, you know, perfect straight lines, you know, really, really good. I was exceptionally happy with that. And they had cleaned it up nice. You know, it was nice and clean for delivery. I did not find a single imperfection on it. The glass was all perfect. Everything was great. Yeah.
Awesome.
I've done a really, really nice job putting this car together, which, you know, for a car company that's been putting cars out there for less than a year, you know, pretty impressive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Are you going to do anything, quick question there, are you going to do any kind of paint protection film or anything like that? Or are you just going commando? What's the deal there?
You know, to be honest with you, I am going to put paint protection film on it. I haven't decided exactly how much yet. Certainly the front, I'm going to put paint protection film on. You know, I drive my car every day. You know, it's a road warrior. You know, I drive it on trips. You know, so my Tesla that I've been driving 3 years probably has a dozen rock chips in the front of it because I did not put paint protection film on it. But this one with that big flat front up there, where it's gonna catch a lot of bugs, probably catch a few rocks along the way. I'm definitely going to protect from the doors, the front doors forward. I'm going to do the whole front end, I think, and I'll do ceramic coating as well. But the main reason I like to do ceramic coating is just because of how easy it makes to wash a car. I do have ceramic coating on my Tesla, and it is really nice how good that is at shedding dirt and making it easy to wash. So I'll do the same thing on this one.
Did you trade in the Tesla while they were there dropping off the truck? Did you get rid of it?
No, I did not. I did not. I still have the Tesla. Luckily I have a big office and I've got an indoor spot. I can park it here at the office with a charger here at the office. So at the moment it's parked, and I haven't quite decided what's going to be happening with it. You know, to be honest with you, we have an R1S coming soon as well. You know, since I reserved both. So it's going to be a family discussion when I've got a Tesla Model S, an R1T, and an R1S sitting there. So we'll have to figure out who gets what and when.
Yeah.
We'll have to have you back on again to settle that debate, because I was just going to ask if your better half is actually the one driving all weekend, or if you got to drive it to work.
No, she has not even gotten behind the wheel of it yet. Okay. So we'll see. She's you know, she's a little intimidated, you know, by a brand new vehicle. So we'll see. Although, you know, she drives a Jaguar F-Pace now. You know, so just a few years old. So, you know, she's used to an SUV size vehicle, so I think she'll adapt well to the R1S. I think she will.
Yeah. You guys got anything else?
I have one that I wanted to make sure I brought up. When they delivered the car to me, they had it set in Max Regen, and I drove it that way the first day, and it was strong. I mean, that Regen was really strong, which is fine. I'm used to one pedal driving. But I almost felt like it was a little too strong. So then I changed it back to standard Regen, and it was still strong. In standard Regen, it was still stronger than my Tesla, the Regen. And really, really great thing about the way the I don't know what you call it, but the way they set up the regen, it will bring the car to a complete stop. Even if you're on an incline, uphill, downhill, whatever, it'll bring the car to a complete stop. You know, the Tesla, if you're going downhill and you let off the throttle, if it's a steep hill, it'll just keep moving. You know, it'll just keep going. It would never stop. If you kept going downhill, you could have your foot off the gas down a mountain and it would just keep on going. Well, this one, if you take your foot off the gas completely, it will come to a stop. So it's really nice. I can't believe how much I liked it. I never, on the drive up here to my office this morning, it's 25 minutes, I did not take my foot off the accelerator and touch the gas a single time. You know, getting on the highway, getting off the highway, side streets, neighborhood streets, I never had to switch over and touch the brake pedal. And, you know, Atlanta's a little hilly, so normally I do have to touch the brake pedal all the time. So with this standard regen, it was so cool that you just use the one pedal, you come to a complete stop. It activates the hold. Every time the car comes to a complete stop, it activates the hold, so you can take your foot off both pedals if you want to. So it is really, really nice. I love the way they set that regen up on this car.
Very cool. Love that.
Yeah.
One thing that we've heard a lot of is that this latest round of UI updates really improve things as far as speed and snappiness. I mean, from the time that you were first in it a long time ago, I guess what I'm asking is just overall impressions with the UI. Are they strong, I would imagine, or anything that you see that's lacking or that you want improvement on right away?
Yeah, you know, to be honest with you, back when I drove it in August, I could tell the UI wasn't fully fleshed out. You know, they were a little lag and glitchiness and whatever here and there. Now everything was perfect. No lag, no glitches. You know, everything I touched, it responded instantly. It was just great. Awesome. You know, on the ride height adjustment, if you're going from super high to super low, you know, it takes it a minute, but it doesn't. But you can keep driving. You know, it doesn't stop you, but you can tell that it's taking a little while to adjust or whatever. Like I had a couple of vertically challenged people getting in yesterday, so when I parked, I hit it to very low to make it easier for them to get out, and it took a few seconds, but nothing terrible. But it was nice. It was good. Yeah. No, the UI is really good. I wouldn't criticize a thing about it, to be honest with you.
Awesome.
Everything seemed natural. Yeah.
Yeah, you've been driving a Tesla for a long time, and that's pretty much the gold standard. So that's good feedback for sure that there's nothing lacking. Have you got Spotify hooked up yet? Are you rocking the tunes? Good.
You know,
good
I did not.
Okay.
I did listen to a little music, but it was just FM, and it sounded great. It was really good. I will get Spotify hooked up in this vehicle. I was, in the Tesla, I was just using the streaming, the Tesla streaming. I did never do Spotify or anything in it, but I'll do Spotify in this, and it'll be good.
The R1S, what is the window? What are you expecting and hoping for there?
I'm pretty sure I'm next month.
Okay.
Yeah, like April. I actually had a first.
Don't tell me that's your guide calling for the R1S.
No, not yet. Not yet. But my R1S reservation was also day one for the R1Ss. So I had a day one R1T and a day one R1S reservation. So I'm going to be one of the early ones, I think. Unless something happens with, I've heard rumors, and I don't know because I have a black interior on this truck. But I did do, we're doing white
Ocean
for
Coast.
The R1S with an Ocean Coast interior. So the light interior. So I don't know if anything will hold that up or if all that's good to go. And I did different wheels on the R1S. We're doing the 22-inch wheels on it. So it's, a little, quite a bit different configuration, but we'll see. Hopefully nothing I selected will hold me up, and we'll get it next month.
Yeah, good for you. I was given a March, April window as well for my R1S.
Yeah.
And I think it was like a day 2 order. You know, it was back in November 2018.
Right. Yeah.
But I'm like you. I have the Ocean Coast inside, and I've heard rumors like, oh, is that going to, push you back a little bit? And
we don't know. Yeah.
We don't know.
What color exterior did you get on your R1S?
I have L cap configured. I think I'm going to stay with it. I've gone to all the colors at one point or the next.
Me too. I had L cap configured for a long time on the truck. And as I was riding around town, I was looking at all the pickup trucks riding around, and I'd look at every pickup truck I could see that had sort of that dark gray color, and I finally decided that just wasn't what I wanted for my pickup truck.
Yeah.
So my wife accuses me of getting the silver because it matches my hair these days.
That's awesome. What do you have configured for your color for the S?
Hang on, I couldn't hear. You guys
what was that, Skyler?
No, I said, isn't she sweet?
Yeah.
His wife, for giving him a hard time, yeah.
Yes, exactly.
What color do you have configured for the S?
White.
Okay.
White on it, yep.
Yeah,
the glacier white. Yeah.
All right. Yep.
Can't go wrong there.
No. You really can't. You really can't. It's hard to go wrong with any of them, honestly, but sticking with the L cap for now. Like you said, that dark grav, like, I don't know, maybe. But then you see it in the sun, and it shines this little kind of blue undertone.
It is. It's a beautiful color. I've seen it up close and personal. It's beautiful.
It really, it really is.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say, John, congratulations being one of the very first real customer deliveries, and I know that I'm super happy for you, along with all the rest of the people that are getting their vehicles. So, yeah, man.
Thanks, man.
Congrats.
It's been a lot of fun. I really appreciate it.
Yep. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. This is to be continued, so please do subscribe so you don't miss the next one. In the meantime, please do join us over at rivianstories.com. This really is a phenomenal community. It's the community for true Rivian fans and owners. You'll find a ton of great interaction and information, and you can even pick yourself up a t-shirt or sweatshirt. Thanks.